What if I told you that one of the biggest superstars in the world just dropped a response to a message that no one ever expected? What if I told you that Bruno Mars, yes, Bruno Mars finally broke his silence after receiving a heartfelt video message from Rosé and Lisa of BLACKPINK? And what if I told you that his reaction wasn't just shocking, but so emotional that fans across the globe are still trying to process it? Stay right where you are, because this is the story you've been waiting for. And trust me, you don't want to miss a single second of it. Before we dive deep into the unbelievable moment when Bruno Mars finally responded to Rosé and Lisa, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Give this video a like if you love these unexpected celebrity crossovers, and share it with every Bruno Mars and BLACKPINK fan you know. And of course, drop your thoughts in the comments, because after you hear how Bruno Mars reacted, you're definitely going to have something to say. The story begins with an unassuming video. After his unforgettable night performing at Dolby Live, Bruno Mars had the entire music industry buzzing. The crowd was still catching its breath when suddenly, two of the brightest stars in K-pop decided to send a message that no one expected. Rosé and Lisa recorded a warm, playful, and deeply personal video greeting dedicated to Bruno Mars. Their message was simple yet powerful. It was full of admiration, gratitude, and a sense of connection that transcended continents and genres. Fans were floored. Could this mean the beginning of something bigger? Could this be the start of a bond between Bruno Mars and BLACKPINK that fans had always dreamed of? But what no one knew at the time was that Bruno Mars had seen the video. Not only did he watch it, he felt it. And when Bruno Mars feels something, he doesn't hold back. For days, fans speculated online. Threads exploded on Twitter. Instagram Reels kept popping up, and TikTok had its imagine Bruno Mars reacting with laughter, with tears, with excitement. But the truth was still a mystery. Everyone wanted to know, how would Bruno Mars respond? Would he even acknowledge the video, or would he keep it private, hidden away as a personal gesture? The suspense was unbearable. Then it happened. Bruno Mars finally broke his silence, and when he did, the world froze. His response wasn't just a casual thank you, not just a simple smile. It was raw, it was real, and it was unforgettable. Imagine Bruno Mars, the king of charisma, the man who commands stadiums, sitting down and speaking directly from the heart. His voice carried warmth, gratitude, and disbelief. When I saw that video from Rosé and Lisa, Bruno Mars began, I couldn't believe it. To know that two artists I admire so much took the time to send me that message, it really hit me. I was speechless. I'm honestly honored. The moment he said those words, fans across the globe lit up. The internet exploded with reactions. Tweets poured in. Fan edits went viral within minutes, and hashtags like hashtag Bruno Mars x BLACKPINK and hashtag Bruno Rosé Cute Lisa started trending. This wasn't just a response, it was a global event. Bruno Mars, the superstar known for his unmatched stage presence and flawless performances, showed a side of himself that was vulnerable, genuine, and deeply human. And fans couldn't believe it. Bruno Mars continued his response with something that no one had expected. He didn't just thank Rosé and Lisa, he praised them. He spoke about how Rose's voice has a purity that moves him every time he hears it, and how Lisa's stage presence is magnetic in a way that reminds him of the greats. He said, "You both are fire. What you're doing for music, for your fans, for the world, it's inspiring. So thank you, not just for the message, but for being who you are." The chills were immediate. Fans weren't just hearing Bruno Mars acknowledge Rosé and Lisa, they were witnessing Bruno Mars celebrate them, and that changed everything. What followed was an emotional roller coaster. Bruno Mars opened up about how moments like these remind him why he makes music in the first place. He admitted that even after all the awards, all the #1 hits, and all the sold-out shows, it's these connections, the real, human ones, that matter most. It's not about the lights. It's not about the charts, Bruno Mars confessed. It's about moments like this, music connecting people. That's what makes it all worth it. Can you imagine? Bruno Mars, one of the most decorated artists of our generation, laying his soul bare in response to a simple video message. No filters, no PR scripts, just pure honesty. Fans couldn't stop replaying his words, analyzing every second, every smile, every glance, and the reactions. Pure chaos. Some cried, some screamed, some swore this was the beginning of a new era, but all agreed on one thing. This was Bruno Mars at his most authentic. And here's where things get even more cinematic, because Bruno Mars didn't stop there. As his response continued, he hinted at something that sent fans into absolute meltdown mode. With a mischievous smile, Bruno Mars said, "Maybe one day, we'll get to do something together. Who knows? The world's a small place." That single line changed everything. Fans erupted. Collaboration rumors flooded the internet. Could Bruno Mars and BLACKPINK actually join forces? Could Rosé and Lisa share a stage or even a studio with Bruno Mars? The possibilities were endless, and the excitement was overwhelming. The emotional depth of Bruno Mars' response went beyond the music. It revealed his character, his humility, and his gratitude. Bruno Mars reminded everyone why he's not just a superstar, but a legend. He showed that no matter how high you climb in this industry, respect and admiration for others is what keeps you grounded. And Rosé and Lisa's video, it was the spark that ignited this unforgettable moment. But what truly made fans lose their minds was the way Bruno Mars looked directly into the camera and said, "Rose, Lisa, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, you made my day, my week, maybe even my year." Those words are still echoing across fan communities worldwide. Bruno Mars didn't just react, he embraced the message, elevated it, and turned it into something timeless. Now the question everyone is asking is, what comes next? Will Bruno Mars take the stage with Rosé and Lisa? Will there be a collaboration that breaks every record in existence? Or will this remain a magical, once-in-a-lifetime moment frozen in time? One thing is certain, Bruno Mars has left the world guessing, and the suspense is electric as the story continues to unfold. One truth remains clear: Bruno Mars has once again proven that he knows how to capture hearts, not just with his music, but with his humanity. His response to Rosé and Lisa is already etched in the history of unforgettable celebrity interactions, and it may just be the beginning of something even greater. But here's the thing, this story doesn't end with Bruno Mars' words. In the hours that followed his heartfelt response, Rosé and Lisa themselves reacted privately, and whispers began spreading through fan communities that they were just as shocked and moved as the rest of us. Sources close to the duo hinted that Rose was touched to the point of tears, while Lisa couldn't stop smiling at the fact that Bruno Mars, someone they grew up admiring, had spoken about them with such sincerity. Fans can only imagine the emotions running through their hearts at that moment. And as we wait for their next move, one thing is undeniable: Bruno Mars has set the stage for a new chapter in global music history, one that fans will never forget. And perhaps that's the real magic of this moment. Not just Bruno Mars' powerful response, but the ripple effect it created. His words reminded us all that music is not limited by borders, languages, or genres. So what do you think? Could we be witnessing the birth of the most iconic collaboration of our time? Or was this simply a beautiful moment that stands on its own? Whatever happens, Bruno Mars has already given us something priceless, a glimpse of his soul, shared with Rose, Lisa, and the entire world. And with that, let's close this chapter the way Bruno Mars himself might want us to, with gratitude, with excitement, and with hope for what's to come. Before you go, don't forget, if this story made your heart race, if it made you smile, or if it left you in tears, smash that like button. Subscribe for more emotional and unexpected moments like this. Hit the notification bell so you're always the first to know. And share this video with every Bruno Mars and BLACKPINK fan you can. Because trust me, this is just the beginning and you won't want to miss what happens next.